Olivia, is it true that your boyfriend is a doctor? Some of the other workers were talking about it today.
Selena, did you hear about that from them, right?
I knew it was true then. What's with this gossip? I love talking about other people's love lives. So next time you share, make sure to include me. You weren't trying to keep this from me, were you?
Well, no, but not everyone in the whole company needs to know about this.
Oh, why not, though? You have a doctor boyfriend now, securing your future. You should be bragging around the office about that, right?
Well, he's an amazing guy, but not one to brag about here. He's not that kind of guy.
What the heck? Are you trying to be a modest woman now? If I were you, I'd be bragging all over the place. So, where did you two meet?
He's a friend of one of my college friends. They introduced me to him.
What do you mean by that? I should have guessed you had someone pave the way for you. But seriously, I don't have anyone in my circle who could connect me with a doctor up for dating. Everyone around me is not at my level.
Well, not many people have doctor friends so intimately. If you keep thinking everyone's beneath you, you might miss the right guy for you, you know?
What the heck? Are you pulling a mom move? Dishing out advice like that? Well, congrats, you've got yourself a doctor, Beau. Feeling a bit superior now, so of course you drop some wisdom.
I'm not trying to act superior or anything. I'm just suggesting giving more respect to those in your group. If you do that instead of labeling them as beneath you, you might up your chances of finding a date. Seems like you're the one putting on airs here.
What? There's no way. I know the deal is you need fantastic people around you to introduce you to even more fantastic people, right? And since I need someone fantastic to show me around, can you introduce me to your boyfriend?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, exactly what I said. Introduce me to your boyfriend. Then he can hook me up with one of his single doctor pals.
Oh, that's what you mean.
What? Did you start sweating there for a second? Were you afraid I might swipe your boyfriend? Cut it out, please. I'd never pull a move like that on anyone.
That doesn't sound very authentic, though.
Does this mean you're referring to Caddy? Well, about that, her boyfriend just happened to fall for me. I didn't do anything to snatch him away.
Is that so? I'm sorry, but I'm not fully buying that yet. Anyway, it's done, so I won't inquire further.
Regardless, introduce me to your boyfriend, okay? I've got a ticking clock before the marriage deadline, you know.
Hold on, though. What happened between you and Caddy's ex? Weren't you two dating?
That's in the past now. He wasn't earning as much as many others. I just couldn't see him going anywhere in life. So I'm looking for someone more promising to latch on to.
Seriously? That's not okay, Selena. After taking her boyfriend, you just dropped him after a few months. And now you're talking about jumping onto someone else? Don't you realize the harm you've caused?
Why are you interrogating me? Wait, was she some kind of friend to you? Well, I'll tell you, I didn't have any ill intentions. Love is the most powerful emotion in this world, right? If she wanted to keep him, maybe she should have shown more love.
I'm not implying that. What you did to someone like her was not okay. I feel bad that you didn't even stick with her ex.
You're a bit intense, Olivia. You're a bit frightening, too. If you keep dissecting other situations, you'll age quickly. Those wrinkles on your face won't disappear soon. So be cautious.
Whatever. Either way, I'm not introducing my boyfriend to you. Try your best to find an accomplished man who's interested in you.
Well, if that's what you say. Fine. I'm determined to find my high-level man.
1 week later.
Olivia, are you okay? Nothing else has been troubling you, right? By this point, you could consider involving the police.
Caddy, you've been looking out for me? Thank you. But you know, I'm feeling a lot better now. He's eased up recently, so I can start to relax again.
Is that so? Thank goodness. But don't underestimate what he might still do. You've already started gearing up to move into your man's place, right?
Yeah, I've got everything packed. I actually plan to move to his place tomorrow.
That fast, huh? Good. If you need any assistance, just give me a shout. I have plenty of time, so I can be there any time. Like tomorrow, I can swing by right after work to help out.
Thank you. If I need anything, I'll be sure to ask. And when I do, make sure you're around.
Sure thing.
By the way, while we're talking, there's something else I should mention. A few days ago, Selena was at the bus stop where I usually get off.
Why is she hanging around your bus stop now? Please don't tell me she's really that desperate to get your boyfriend.
Well, it seems like that's what she's up to.
But how does she even know about your boyfriend? I thought everyone was keeping it a secret from her.
Apparently, about a week ago, she overheard a conversation between a couple of other workers. She managed to catch wind of something about him.
Wait a minute. What? What in the world is her problem? Doesn't she have anything else going on in her life besides snatching people's boyfriends? She needs to learn to find a man on her own instead of trying to steal ours.
Absolutely. And you know what she said to me back then? She claimed that love is the most potent emotion in the world. Funny, considering she doesn't seem to experience it herself.
What does she even know about love? She's probably never genuinely loved someone in her life, that thieving troublemaker.
Exactly. But at least after what she did to you, you found yourself a better man and are content, right?
Absolutely. I'm thrilled with my new boyfriend. That's why I couldn't care less about Selena or my messed up ex. But hearing that she's still trying to steal other people's boyfriends just rekindles the anger in me.
I get it. But, truthfully, your ex is also fortunate because after Selena took him from you, she ended up leaving him as well.
What on earth? I cannot believe this. Well, thank goodness for that. I'm sure in my case, he wasn't truly into her anyway. It was more like he was just bored with me and wanted something different. That's the way many men are, and that's why they are so easily swayed by that troublemaker. Maybe I should actually thank Selena for removing that guy from my life.
Exactly. Any man who can be easily taken away is too risky to keep around. That might be why Selena has been successful in her game, because many men are willing to jump ship for her out of boredom. The crazy part is that it seems like she does it out of jealousy rather than genuine love.
Well, she's just that type of clueless girl. If she keeps up with that game, she'll never find true happiness with any man she's with. Those men she manages to steal end up regretting their choices. Here I am criticizing Selena and my ex like this. But you're absolutely right. Your ex, much like many other men, did seem like the type to fool around with other women.
Indeed, she even approached me to introduce her to my boyfriend. But would I ever consider doing that given her track record?
Who in their right mind would introduce their boyfriend to her? It's just her way of setting the stage to steal him from you, isn't it? Yet, I'm confident your boyfriend won't fall for her.
I highly doubt he would. He's encountered women like her who are solely interested in a man's wealth, and he holds no fondness for them.
Nowadays, there are numerous women like Selena attempting to exploit men for their financial gain.
Absolutely, they might appear charming, but everyone sees through their motives.
Selena truly seems the type to persist in stealing other men, because those with actual financial stability won't settle for her. And if they did, one wonders what the outcome might be.
Anyway, if anything between her and me unfolds again, I'll keep you informed. A few days later.
Olivia, were you planning on marrying your boyfriend? In simpler terms, are you engaged to him?
What are you talking about? Oh, you're right. He and I are engaged, but it's a recent development.
Is that so? Well, I genuinely apologize for what's transpired. I might have inadvertently taken another man again.
What are you really saying?
I've recently become engaged to the man you've been with. I seem to have once again taken a man from you older women at work. I sincerely apologize.
What are you even talking about, Selena? I really don't believe you've taken my man from me.
I understand the reluctance to face the harsh reality in front of you. Nevertheless, he and I are looking forward to a splendid wedding costing hundreds of thousands of dollars. I am overjoyed just thinking about it.
This isn't about me facing reality or not.
But this is the truth, so you'll have to accept it. Let me reiterate. I'm sorry, but I've taken your doctor boyfriend from you. Yet I appreciate that an older woman like you would concede him to me without any resistance.
Are you absolutely certain it's my boyfriend you've taken? And where did you first come across him?
I met him right in front of your house. Remember when we bumped into each other at the bus stop near your house and we both looked away?
Well, you seemed quite displeased to see me back then, Selena.
After that encounter, I thought I'd pay a visit to your house. So I followed you home.
So you're essentially admitting you're a stalker. Why didn't you just engage in conversation with me if you had something to say?
Well, I just didn't want to deal with you at this time. After trailing you to your house, I noted down where it was before heading home myself. I had other plans, so I couldn't do anything on that day.
This is a truly peculiar story. So you tracked me down to find my house and then recorded the address to return another time? That sounds like the behavior of a criminal.
Don't label me as something like that. But because I located your house, I met your boyfriend later. And I heard you two got into a fight. How dreadful. You kicked him out of the house and everything.
Ah, I don't ever recall anything like that with my boyfriend, though.
Well, he was just standing there in front of your house, pacing back and forth. So I went up to him and asked what had been happening. That's when he told me you got into a fight with him and kicked him out of the house. Right then and there, I picked him up and took him home with me.
I see what's going on now.
All I had to do was be a little kind to him, and he immediately came running after me. So now I'll be taking him as my boyfriend. Thank you so much for giving me your boyfriend and doctor.
And thank you very much as well. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, because that man was a complete bother to me.
Stop trying to act tough about this. I'm sure that you're shocked by all of this and are finding it hard to catch a breath. Sorry. A young and beautiful woman like me can never lose to an old hag like you.
No, I'm seriously grateful for what you've done. That man has been stalking me for months now.
What do you mean?
That guy has been tailing me everywhere for the past few months now. I had been trying to report him to the police, but I've had little evidence. And so I moved out of my old house and I'm living in my husband's home. Actually, it was the day of me moving into his house that he proposed to me.
Wait a second. What do you mean? I haven't ever been over to his house yet, but...
That guy you're with probably doesn't even have a job right now. And if he does, he's probably working minimum wage and stalks all kinds of women daily. I think me being a bit too nice to him before is what got him so interested in me. He was the cashier at a gas station I stopped at, and maybe he's a sucker for nice women.
You're lying, right? But he's a doctor.
Did he say that? Well, that's an obvious lie. Probably just said that to get you to fall in love with him. Telling you he works an amazing job. That was all too easy for him, right? Just like you'd done when you took Caddy's boyfriend from her. Well, good luck, because he's been a really persistent stalker with me.
This is all lies. You're just trying to get me all worked up now because you're a sore loser, right? Him and I have already handed in our marriage paperwork to the city office and everything now. And I was planning on becoming a housewife and already told the company I quit.
Wait, what? Sucks for you. Well, I'm sure you'll know very soon if I'm telling the truth or not.
Wait, if you're actually telling the truth, then I'm actually screwed, right? I've already started talking about having a wedding with him.
Well, it's your fault for thinking you can just steal other people's boyfriends like that. But you both like to stalk other people, so I think you'll be a great couple. Maybe try your best to save up whatever money the two of you can for that expensive wedding. I hope that a person like you gets whatever happiness is left for you after what you've done to people. After that, Olivia was able to distance herself a bit from Selena and had an amazing wedding with her husband. She was then able to leave her job and become a housewife. There she was able to begin the dream she had always been chasing after, never having to look back at the past that Selena had been trying so hard to keep her in. This time, Olivia really did dodge the worst bullet anyone could be hit by, and she did so without even getting a scratch in the end. As for Selena, she was not willing to marry the stalker anymore, as she began to learn very quickly that he was going to be more than just a burden on her shoulders. Before the wedding could even begin, he was saying creepy things to Selena that even for a girl like her, who had very few brain cells, began to really turn her off. So she ended up canceling the wedding with him, However, she wasn't going to get away without paying the cancellation fee and ended up going into extreme debt with all the loans she had to take out. It wasn't just the cost of cancelling the wedding that she had to pay, as the stalker also asked that she pay him back for breaking their engagement promise with one another. If she didn't, he'd make sure she never got to see the end of things between them. So it's going to be a long time before Selena can pay off all the loans she's taken out, and I'm sure that'll keep her anchored in the hell she asked for.
Beefsteak seafood. Hey, my friend. I've heard you will have a big party this weekend, right?
Yes. Who told you about that?
Oh, that is not important. But it's just the right time. I'm craving beefsteak and seafood.
All right, why don't you go out to eat? Why are you sharing this with me?
Kira, do you really not understand what I said, or are you doing it purposefully? Do you get what I mean?
All you've mentioned was your craving for beefsteak and seafood. Why am I supposed to understand that? If you're in the mood for that stuff, just go out and eat.
When I said I wanted to eat beefsteak, it meant that I'd like you to invite me to your party. Isn't that obvious?
I'm not sure how I was supposed to pick up on that, but why must I invite you to my party? We're not close enough. Can't you go out and eat by yourself?
Oh, the thing is, I heard you're going to a fancy restaurant this weekend. It sounds delicious. I'd love to join, and I know you will invite me, huh?
I don't know where you heard that, but my family members will be invited to the party. That restaurant is pretty pricey already.
What? That doesn't seem fair. We're close friends, right? We've known each other for 5 years. Come on, Kira. Can't you invite me to have dinner with you?
I've already said no. If you're craving beefsteak or seafood, go ahead and treat yourself. Don't expect me to invite you to a fancy restaurant like I have a lot of money.
You can be controlling, huh? Will you make friends if you always keep telling people what to do? Oh, maybe you have me as your only friend with that attitude.
Where's that coming from? I actually have lots of friends. You don't need to worry about that. Thanks.
Oh, really? Are you really sure you have that many friends? You seem really confident about yourself, Kira. Honestly, I can't remember seeing you with that many friends. Don't you think you're exaggerating a bit?
Why are you saying that? You're just making things up for no reason? I really don't care about that. You're so stupid, Regin.
Oh, you called me stupid. Well, as your punishment, you'll have to treat me to a big meal in that restaurant, but it'll be a buffet so I can eat all I want.
You can keep talking about it, but I won't invite you to my party. Could you please stop bothering me? Don't you have plenty of other friends to bother?
You still won't give in? Too bad, because I already know where the restaurant is, and I know you're going on Sunday this week at 7 p.m. You know, I've really craved beefsteak all week, and I can't miss this chance. Even if you say no, I'll just go to the restaurant and see you there. You won't have a choice but to pay for my food. See you there, Kira.
Can I please enjoy my party with my family in peace? If you do come, you'll still have to pay for yourself.
What? That's not true? Isn't it more fun to eat with friends? The more, the merrier. Now you have me as your friend. You should invite me to the party like that, right?
You're the last person I want to eat with, especially since you always expect others to pay.
Why go to a fancy restaurant if I'm paying for myself? It doesn't make sense. If someone is going to treat their friends to an appetizing meal, it makes more sense. That's what people usually do, right?
No, it's not. People with good manners wouldn't think that's normal. Can you please stop forcing everyone to have the same thoughts as you?
Wow, you're really stubborn. But whatever, I don't care. I'm still coming to your party, and I'll make you pay for me no matter what.
Why are you so insistent? Okay, if you want to come to the restaurant, go ahead. A few days later,
I ate too much. The food was so tasty. It was indeed the right decision to come to this party. I'm heading home, so I'll let you pay the bill. I also ordered 5 orders of beefsteak to take home. Remember to pay it for me. Thanks in advance.
Sorry, but we already paid for our food online.
What?
You know, it's now easy to pay bills online. We ordered and paid for our food online before coming to the restaurant, so we don't have to worry about paying now. It's pretty convenient, don't you think?
Wait, what do you mean?
What's the matter?
You have paid for the food online? How?
Yes, it's unfortunate as it means you'll need to cover the cost of the food you ate and the orders you took home.
What did you say? You can't do that. Do you know how much one takeout order costs? It's very costly.
It's none of my business. You ordered it, so you have to pay for it.
No, I can't. You have to do something about it. You know that I don't have money to pay the bill.
So why not ask your husband to cover the costs? I think he'll help you.
I can't ask him to pay for it. Are you crazy? You are the person who has to pay for it. You asked me to come to the restaurant, right?
No. I remember I didn't put you on the guest list for the party that day. I told you many times that I didn't want you to come. You chose to sit with us at our table that day.
You're the worst. How could you do this to me?
Wait a minute. Are you making things up too much? Stop acting like a victim when you caused this yourself. I think your first mistake was thinking you could come to a party and have someone else pay for your food.
What do you mean? We're close friends, Kira. Why are you so mean? Our other friends often do that kind of stuff. You cannot treat your friend to a delicious meal like this, can you? Don't you think that's unfair?
I don't see a problem with it. Typically, this kind of thing happens among friends who trust each other. They trust that the other person will return the money. Even if I did pay for your meal, would you ever pay me back? No, right? That's why I can't trust you. You should pay for your own food.
No, you deceived me. It was you who told me to join the party. I believed I could dine without cost, but you didn't inform me, and now you're saying I must foot the bill? I'm truly surprised. I don't think you can do this with your friend.
By the way, the restaurant waitress was worried about a dine and dash case. I overheard them discussing the possibility of reporting it to the police.
Dine and dash? Who are you referring to?
Don't you understand what I just... It's easy to recognize. Who do you think?
Are you referring to me?
That's right. It appears you finally caught on.
No way. Why would they call the police on me? You're the one who didn't cover my meal. You should settle the bill now.
I never agreed to cover your bill from the start. The waitress asked if I knew you, and I said I didn't. I described you as a random person who joined our table.
What? That's really impolite. We've been friends for nearly 5 years.
Maybe it's your own thought. Friends don't try to make others pay for their food without discussing it first. If you had simply mentioned you'd pay me back, I might have considered it. Instead, you forced me to invite you to my party just to satisfy your beefsteak cravings. And when that didn't work, you attempted to shift the blame onto me. And now you're trying to make me pay again. That's much ruder.
Okay, but now I don't have any money. Can't you cover me this time?
I won't pay you again. This time, you'll have to deal with the consequences on your own.
If you hold a party at that fancy restaurant, you must be the one with a good amount of money. Then why won't you pay for my restaurant bill? You afford to do that.
Just because I have money doesn't mean I have to waste it on you. You haven't given me a single reason to care about your situation right now.
What? Why are you refusing? Can't you see how much this is bothering me? That should be reason enough. What did I do to deserve this treatment from you?
Dine and dash.
I emphasize I didn't do that. You're distorting the truth to benefit yourself. You were supposed to cover my expenses.
Whatever. The police will look for you soon then. You should return to the restaurant and make a payment. Don't forget to bring the money to settle your bill.
Are you kidding me? Just pay the bill, please. Just this once. Come on. I won't ask you for anything else.
How many times do I need to repeat the same thing? I said no. If you keep pushing this, I might need to involve the police too.
Sure, go ahead. Do you anticipate the consequences of continuing to treat me like this? You won't be pleased, I assure you.
What's that? I can't wait to hear.
I'll tell our friends about what you have done to me. And at our next party, I'll tell them to eat a lot and push the bill to you.
Ridiculously, Regine. I mean, you can try it if you'd like. Let's see what they will do.
I bet they wouldn't want to hang out with someone like you.
Whatever. I also think no one will want to make friends with you if you continue to force others to pay for it. You're a restaurant. They'll like that.
Well, you don't even know the difference between what's right and wrong. You look down on me.
In what words did I say that I looked down on you? It seems you can't distinguish between slander and me expressing my opinion, can you?
What's the issue here? Your view of me is quite unkind and could be viewed as slander.
I simply mentioned that you're acting foolish. That's just me sharing my opinion.
What? Well, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just ensure you cover my restaurant bill, right?
Nope. I actually just got back home. Sorry about that.
What? Weren't you just at the restaurant? Why did you depart without settling the bill?
Yeah, I was there, but I finished my meal, so I left. I didn't see any reason to linger there.
obviously.
Oh no, what's your plan to address this situation? Hold on a moment. Now that I consider it, there might be a way for me to avoid the consequences.
How? What's your plan?
Well, that restaurant doesn't have any of my contact information, and they don't even know my name or where I live. That means they can't identify me. Thank goodness.
So that's your plan, huh? Quite interesting. I'm curious to see how it plays out.
I'll ensure you settle that restaurant bill no matter what. Be prepared.
I'm waiting for the result. Whatever. I don't care what plan we'll use to avoid being caught. I already told the restaurant your name, address, and phone number. Oops.
What? You disclosed my address to them? How could you? I can't believe you betrayed me like that.
Well, yes. I considered it hard for the restaurant staff to locate you without having any contact information, so I gave them. You know, sharing is caring.
What's the hell? Didn't you claim you did not know me? Are you scaring me?
Well, I did so, but I witnessed them getting really stressed about not having any leads, so I wanted to assist as much as possible. I felt a bit sympathetic towards them, you know.
You have got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I guess that the police is waiting at home.
This isn't a joke. I won't let the police catch me. I'm simply not going home. It's that straightforward.
All right, but I think your husband might help you. He's at home, right? Let's go home and tell the police the truth.
Who cares? He cannot afford to pay for me. You must be the one fixing this mess.
Are you still insisting that you haven't committed any wrongdoing? How long do you intend to stick to that position?
Because I haven't done anything wrong. You're the one who deceived me. This is all your fault.
Sure, go ahead and persist in portraying yourself as the victim. I won't interfere with that choice. Just bear in mind that the truth remains unchanged.
The truth? Do you even know what truth is? I'm innocent, and that's the fact. You're only trying to complicate matters.
You can do whatever you want. I can't prevent you from doing so.
I'm not engaged in any wrongdoing. Why can't you see that you're the one exaggerating this situation?
I've said what I needed to. Continuing this conversation would be a waste of time. It's pointless.
What's your point? How can you call it meaningless? I won't give up until you see things from my point of view.
You continually insist you're blameless and shift everything onto me. You did not seem to listen to anything I said. If you had admitted your mistake, I might have reconsidered.
Oh, stop talking. Please pay for my restaurant bill. It's not a big deal.
Not a big deal. So why don't you handle it yourself? Look, I'm exhausted. I must go to work tomorrow. I can't stay up all night discussing this nonsense with you.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe this is happening right now.
What's going on now?
The police are at our house. My husband has just texted me. He knew everything. He's talking about getting a divorce. It's your fault.
Oh, seriously? Looks like you got what you wished for. You were talking about wanting to divorce him not too long ago, weren't you?
No, it's not supposed to divorce this way.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. You should head home. Your guests can't wait anymore, and I'm sure they want to finish their work today soon.
No, shut up. Stop this nonsense and come help me. You must do that. You're to blame for this. If you had paid me the money, it wouldn't have been a big deal. It wasn't even costly, and I haven't done anything wrong.
I don't want to get involved in this case anymore. I must go to bed now. Bye. After that, Regine incessantly defended herself, blaming me for scamming her until she was eventually arrested. Even as she was being arrested, she continued to insist that I was responsible for everything. Her charges included dining in a restaurant and leaving without settling the bill. I had initially thought that she would be fined a small charge, but it turns out she's been slapped, with an additional charge of assaulting a police officer. Finally, her husband divorced her and was granted full custody of their child. Following her release from jail, she has no one willing to associate with her. I hope she recognizes that she's responsible for this situation at the very least.
Hey, Orla. Guess what? I have exciting news for you.
What's going on, Flora? Did something good happen?
No, you don't understand. It's not just ordinary news. That's super exciting news.
Then hurry up and tell me about it.
Oh, you'll love it. I finally broke up with my boyfriend. I broke up with him.
Well, is that so? You mean the married loser is cheating on you? I mean, I told you not to marry a married man, didn't I? I also tell you to break up with him as soon as possible. Well, I guess it's great now that you finally understand why I said those things.
Sorry for worrying you all this time. From now on, I will have a healthy love life. That means I wouldn't date a married man.
Hey, Flora. I love it. Looks like you're going back to being like you were in the old days.
Oh, yes, and I have another confession to make. I already have a new lover.
Do you have a new boyfriend? You didn't waste time.
Ha ha ha! Not even a second. The real reason I broke up with my ex was because of my current boyfriend.
Yes, I can guess. Maybe I should take back what I said about you getting back to the old days.
What can I say? Anyway, I fell in love at first sight. I knew our love was destined to blossom from the first time I met him. In that moment, I decided that I had to leave my ex for this wonderful new man. I dropped my ID on the bus the day before. He picked it up for me and followed me through 10 stations ahead just to give it back to me.
Oh, that's great. Seems like a really nice guy.
Right. He is a gentleman. Oh, I just know that he fell in love with me right away and followed me just to see me again.
Oh, are you kidding me? You understand yourself.
He could have given it to the bus driver, but he gave it to me. The same love makes miracles is true. And to show my gratitude, I invited him to lunch. We got to know each other, and that's how we ended the date.
God, my brain just can't keep up with the pace of your dating process.
This is how it feels to finally meet that person. You will understand one day. Everything went very smoothly because we had the intention from the beginning.
Oh yes, of course.
So when I contact you next time, I can invite you to our wedding.
Yes, that's great.
Hey, that's not the answer I was looking for. You have to say that you will get married before me.
Why do I say that?
I mean, it's nice to get dating advice from you. But sometimes you need to focus on yourself before meddling in someone else's life. You should put more effort into your dating life. Now is not the time to interfere in my affairs.
All right. Don't worry about me. My love life is very good. You're always asking a lot of questions, so that's why I'm giving you dating advice.
Unlike you, I'm an expert in dating, and that's just my advice to you. The love of your life only comes to you when you least expect it. You should start improving yourself as a woman to get ready when a good man appears in your life.
I think I'm doing a good job as a woman. Thanks. Plus, I'm getting married soon.
Wait, is this a joke? Are you planning to get married?
You talk about yourself all the time when you're with me, so I don't get a chance to tell you. I have had a lover for a long time, and I have decided to marry him.
How do I not know anything about this? Are you kidding?
Someone I thought was your friend proposed to me a long time ago. Something happened in between, and now we're getting married. Well, it all went very smoothly, so by your logic, I have met the love of my life.
Wait!
When the wedding date is confirmed, I will let you know. Of course, you will be invited.
I cannot believe this.
Why do you say that?
I'm saying I can't believe you're going to get married before me. Oh, this is unacceptable. You're so inexperienced in dating. How could this happen?
Why are you so mad? Shouldn't you congratulate me? It's a common reaction when a friend announces they're getting married.
Why should I congratulate you?
So what's wrong with you?
Okay, this is how it should be. I should get married first. I can't lose to you in anything.
Wait, what do you mean by losing? Marriage is not a contest. What is happening to you?
Of course it is. Ever since we were kids, you've always been inferior to me, and it will always be.
Oh, you have lost your mind.
No, it's very simple. You're not allowed to get married before me, and that's all. Understand it with your head, okay?
A few hours later.
Hey, Orla! Looks like I'll be home late today. My friend had a wedding, and we were drinking to celebrate.
Oh, if so, have a good time. Just be careful about how much alcohol you drink.
Of course. Have you told your friends yet? If you have any plans with anyone, you can go, never mind me.
Thank you very much. But I think I will decline that offer. All my close friends live far away, and my only childhood friend is mad at me for some reason as well.
Mad at you? Why?
I told her that we will get married soon. She told me she couldn't believe that I would get married before her and was very angry. She treated the whole thing as if it were a contest or something.
Well, I guess some people take this pretty seriously, don't they?
From a young age, she had a huge ego and always wanted to be number one in everything. Once, I started dating a guy who was older than me, and she started saying that she could find a better boyfriend than me. And the guy she found was a married freak, twice her age.
What? What?
Then I guess she got caught up in the excitement of dating married men. She will also ask for advice, but all of that is really just bragging on her part. However, she is my childhood friend, so I can't leave her alone. So I was just trying to convince her to break up with him.
Seems like a crazy job.
I didn't even know she was competing with me, even in marriage. But I was shocked that she didn't say congratulations when I told her about us.
Hey, cheer up. So how about we get married before her? Let's see how she reacts.
Are you serious?
Actually, someone recently recommended me a wedding venue. I took a look at it during a break from work, and it's a beautiful place. I'm sure you like it too, Orla.
Now you've got my attention.
So, my plan is that we go see the place together this weekend, and if you like, let's sign the contract on the spot. And before your crazy friend says anything, get married happily.
So early?
You should say sorry to her for having a happy marriage in the most ironic way possible. Oh, I'd love to see her reaction.
Wow, I didn't know you had such a personality in you. But you know, I don't have the guts to do such a thing.
No, a friend who cannot congratulate a friend's wedding is not a true friend at all. And it sounds like she's looking down on you. Maybe it's time for you to definitely win her.
You think she'll give up on this whole pointless contest if we get married first?
Of course. For the irrational types of people who look down on you, the best thing you can do is show them how happy and content you are with your life.
Oh.
Okay, I made reservations this weekend to see some places. I've booked appointments at 3 different locations just in case. So let's pick a venue for this weekend's wedding.
Well, I guess we're doing this already. But really, thank you. I am looking forward to this weekend. 2 weeks later.
Hey, Orla. Guess I have big news for you.
Now what happened?
I told you last time, don't you remember? I said that the next time I contact you, it's because I'm getting married. My prediction was correct.
Wait, really? You will get married?
Exactly. My boyfriend proposed to me.
Oh, everything happened faster than I thought.
Last time we met him, he was talking to me about the wedding venue. This is the clearest sign that he wants to marry me.
Wait a minute.
And the places he gives examples are my favorite places. If he doesn't really love me, I know things like this are impossible.
Hey, wait, Flora. I need to ask you a question. Did he really propose to you?
What do you mean?
Well, hearing your story doesn't sound like he's proposing to you.
I know you still insist that I'm getting married before you. So, I understand you're jealous, but can you stop saying ridiculous things? This is a marriage proposal. What else could it be? We will get married and it has been decided.
Well, I hope that is indeed the case. I will say congratulations now.
Well, the news isn't over yet.
What else? What else?
Oh, you didn't expect this. My fiancé is actually your boyfriend.
You are too funny. You don't even know my boyfriend. You didn't know he existed until recently.
I couldn't accept that you got married before me, so I followed you home so I saw his face. That's when I decided to get in between the two. I was just flirting with him, didn't think he would propose to me right away.
Are you kidding?
That must be why he was in such a hurry to marry me. Right after he proposed to you, he met the true love of his life, which is me.
That is really not possible.
Oh, I totally get that you can hardly accept all of this at once. But sooner or later you will find out the truth. Because it's only a matter of time until he dumps you. Oh, I feel so bad for you. Sorry, I saw your fiancé. Above all, forgive me for being married first.
My fiancé is laughing a lot right now.
Wait a minute. What do you mean?
He says he can't believe you're the creepy guy he met on the bus. He thinks you're a new, undiscovered species. He laughs so much, I almost feel sorry for you.
Why is he smiling? What's funny?
Of course you won't understand. I have never known a person who could be so overconfident.
Wait a minute. This typing. Is this Zane? Hey, baby. I know you're pretending because you're in front of Orla.
Zane took Orla's phone and texted.
We are getting married soon, and we have a lifetime of happiness ahead of us.
What are you acting weird?
I gave your ID to you. It's true. But another fact is that I don't do it with romantic intentions. You said you loved me at first sight? That's why I gave it to you. You are a crazy woman. I have some work to do around that area, and I believe I told you when I gave it to you.
Well, I think you are lying to hide your true feelings towards me. I know you want to see me again.
Oh, you can't be saved. Maybe you should see a psychologist. You are completely delusional.
We even had lunch together, remember? It's our anniversary. We started dating from that day.
Wait, are you talking about the coffee shop we went to? We don't go. I go in alone and you rush into that cafe like a hungry mad dog. Then you just sit at a nearby table. You haven't even said a word.
Well, even though we didn't sit together, we ate at the same restaurant. That means we ate together.
What the hell are you talking about?
And if we can have lunch together, it means you feel comfortable around me.
Wait, I know you're crazy, but now you're scaring me.
I'm not crazy or scary. Stop being so mean to me. You see me again a few days later on the same bus. That's when you told me about the wedding plans. Oh, that's the proposal. It's so obvious. I know how you feel about me. Stop doing that.
I didn't talk to you about the wedding. You came to me and started that conversation. I've got a flyer for the wedding venue, and you're talking about how much you love it. I mean, you're the only one talking.
You heard.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Get up and leave. We are on a bus. What kind of crazy man would want to propose to a woman like you?
Oh, it's too much you lied to me.
So, are you a victim? Oh my gosh, I really go crazy just hearing you talk. You really are a clown.
This cannot happen to me.
From what I heard from Orla, I thought you were just a freak with a big ego. Now I know that you are a liar who needs these false stories to feed your giant ego. You are much worse than someone with a big ego.
You are insulting me. You are an asshole.
Well, I'd like to apologize for everything being clear. My work here is done. I only request to you not to disturb my beautiful fiancé anymore.
A few months later.
Hey, Willa, why did you send me your wedding invitation? You two are too bad for me. Do you really think I'm going to attend this wedding?
Well, I wasn't going to invite you, but Zane thinks you should have some final proof that the two of you are definitely not an item.
Tell her not to talk to me anymore. No soul on earth wants to attend your wedding. I'm refusing no matter what.
Yes, that's right for you.
I know deep down you're looking down on me because I'm still single and you're getting married. You two are the worst couple ever.
No, actually I don't think so at all. Whatever has happened recently, you are still my oldest friend. As for me, I really want you to come to my wedding.
That is too bad. I'm not happy enough to go to your wedding. I will marry a man much better than you, and I will meet many people every day to get there.
I didn't know you would go that far.
Even if you are winning now, I will be the one to defeat you in the end. I will marry a rich and handsome man. You wait and see.
Wedding day.
Help me, Orla. I need you by my side.
Hey, what happened?
I just really need your help right now. The wedding is over, isn't it? Do you have a lot of gifts? I need you to get those and go to the cowboy bar right now.
Hey, I don't understand what's going on. Calm down. Can you explain your situation?
Someone dropped their wallet when they were leaving, and I thought maybe this was an omen that I would meet my next lover, so I ran to give it back.
Oh, that's your good. That's the Flora I know and love.
But what happened is now he said that I stole some money in my wallet before returning it.
Oh, right.
Of course not. And I tried to tell him I would never do that. But several others have sided with him. They said it looked suspicious. Then one person said they would see me intentionally dropping the item before.
What does that mean? What do they mean when you always drop things?
Oh, good. Let me tell you the truth. My strategy is to drop things and see who picks them up to find my soulmate. Then I can brag to you about how I met my fiancé.
Is that your strategy?
Yes. I drop things like my ID and exchange phone numbers with people who picked them up for me. But I haven't met anyone yet.
Because you always do. People are suspecting you of a crime you didn't commit. I don't think people think so.
Hey, please, help me out. People are saying I stole it. No one believes me. A childhood friend like you must be on my side. I need you to tell people that I'm someone who would never do something like that. Say it in front of everyone.
Oh, no way.
Why?
As your childhood friend and know you, I think you stole it too. There's no way I can convince all those people that you're innocent.
Wait.
And moreover, if I help you here, you might think I've forgiven you for everything you've done to Zane and Mimi.
Do not say that.
I just finished my wedding, and I feel like I'm on top of the world. So can you please not bother me? See you again? Good luck with your little trouble.
After that, Flora was able to clear up the misunderstanding, but that wasn't the last time she was accused of fraud by people after they found her strange. Moreover, a lot of places have caught her, and she has been blacklisted because the bad guy who specializes in dropping things is trying to scam guys. That's what I heard. Now she's been banned from a lot of bars, so I heard she started trying her luck at the mall. When she saw the mall full of teenagers, she looked even scarier than before.
Linda, good morning. I just heard you're going to Costa Rica. Is it true? I heard you were traveling with 3 other people from around here. How long have you been gone? 3 days and 2 nights? I can go too, right? Add me to the list. I'll go with you.
Huh. Wait a minute, Luna. This is a bit of an uproar, isn't it?
But I want to go with you. I want to see Costa Rica.
Yes, but we've been planning this for a while. I don't know how to answer your request.
Just add me to the list.
Well, you know it won't be free. You will have to pay for your portion.
Huh?
You're telling me you want to come with us because you have the money to pay, right?
Of course. My husband is getting his quarterly bonus shortly. He will give me some money for this trip.
I got it. Well, I'll have to ask the others if they'll let you join us. If they say they don't mind, then I think you can come along. I will talk to them and give you the answer later.
Huh? Do you have to follow what others say?
We planned this trip together. I can't bring another person without asking them first.
Yes, I think you're right. But tell them I'm really excited about this, and I'll be heartbroken if they don't let me come. I don't know why I wasn't invited in the first place. It's only natural for me to join everyone. But between you and me, even if they say no, I still come to you.
Oh my God. The next day. Hi, Luna. Can I talk to you about my trip to Costa Rica?
Of course.
I talked to the others, and they said you could come, but...
Great.
But with a few conditions.
Condition?
1. You won't be late when we get to the airport. 2. While we're in Costa Rica, you must stay with us and not run away on your own. 3. You don't complain about what the team chooses to do or where we choose to go. It's the majority's decision, not yours. 4. You must pay for your portion of the bill.
All these things. What is this? You don't have to treat me like a child. I am an adult. You don't have to worry about anything. Besides, I can handle all of that. Why do you think I can't?
Can you really?
Of course. Why do you think otherwise?
Can't you think of any other times when you've been late or irresponsible?
Huh.
What about when you come to pick up your daughter from preschool? Teachers always say that you are 30 minutes to an hour late to pick up your daughter, even though you stay at home all day with nothing to do. It's too bad that now your husband or your mother-in-law has to pick up your daughter. And when the preschool tries to charge you for all the late arrivals, you refuse to pay them and cause a big problem.
That's because I paid all of the tuition. There shouldn't be any additional costs.
But is there a policy where you have to pay extra if you pick up your child late? It's preschool, not free babysitting. They have that policy specifically to avoid people trying to take advantage of them. Why do you think it's now your husband and mother-in-law who have to pick up your daughter? They say if you're late again, they'll make you take your daughter out of their kindergarten.
Oh, whatever. So I was late a few times.
Seeing that he didn't go to work, I also didn't intend to ask why you didn't pick up your children on time. But what I'm saying is that you tend to be late.
But that is completely different. I'm looking forward to going to Costa Rica. I won't be late for that. You don't have to worry about anything.
And remember, this is a group holiday. We will go sightseeing and do everything together. Tours! And everything will be booked in advance. That means you have to stay with the group. Otherwise, you'll still have to pay for your share even if you don't participate. Flight tickets will be placed on the same credit card so I can get the mileage, but you have to pay me back. As this trip is so short, we can't buy an all-inclusive package, so you'll also have to pay for everything separately while you're there. That means your hotel room too.
Okay. Do not worry. I'll have my husband drop me off at your place in the morning when we leave. That way I won't be late. And I promise I'll do whatever you want. It's not like I'm going to try to dump you or anything. What can I do without you? I don't speak Spanish, and I don't know anyone there. And my husband will get the bonus, so money is not an issue. I promise.
Can I trust you with that promise?
Of course.
I hope I don't regret this. Date of the trip.
Luna, we are all here waiting for you. I told you we were leaving at 6 and I told you to be here by 5:45.
Oh, I am sorry. I'm on my way there right now. I'll be there in about 15 to 20 minutes. Just wait a minute.
What? We haven't left yet and you broke your promise?
Do not worry. We have plenty of time to get to the airport. If we all leave 20 minutes from now, we'll still be at the airport on time.
Yes, if the highway is not congested. But now we have to hope we don't hit a car or we might have an accident. You said you were looking forward to this trip, but you couldn't even reach my house on time. I told you we were leaving at 6. I asked you to be here at 5:45, and now you're telling me you'll show up around 6:20?
I cannot do it. Things are really busy at my house this morning.
Whatever. Arguing about it won't change anything. Just get here as fast as you can. We will depart at 6:20 whether you are here or not. If you think you can't make it, ask your husband to drive you straight to the airport.
I'll be there in a little while. Relax.
In Costa Rica.
Luna, where did you go? We haven't even left the airport yet and you're already running. At least wait until we get to the hotel before you run off on your own.
Oh, sorry about that. I just happened to meet the hottest guy. He's tall, dark, and handsome.
Huh?
He even speaks English. I was afraid he only spoke Spanish, but it is not. I got caught up in a conversation with him. Sorry.
Oh my God. We haven't been here for 20 minutes. Try and control yourself.
Oh, what's the big deal? We were just talking. And anyway, my husband or kids weren't there to watch.
You shouldn't run after men just because your husband isn't here. That's not why any of us came on this vacation.
What? Really?
Just come back here. We have to go to the hotel and check in. Everyone is waiting for you.
Okay.
That night.
Hey, Luna. Is it okay if I go through your room?
Why? For what? I think we've agreed that everyone will relax alone tonight. Do you guys have any plans that I don't know about? We've been together since 6:30 this morning. Don't you think she'd have some alone time now?
Not that. We've been so busy all day that we haven't had a chance to talk to you about this, but looks like you still haven't paid for your portion of the trip. You said your husband will get the bonus the day before the trip, so you will pay me the day we leave. But you haven't done it yet.
Oh, about that. I'm sorry. But the truth is, I have no money on me.
What?
Well, my husband's bonus this quarter is a lot less than I thought. So I can't pay you right now. I promise I'll pay you once the trip is over and we're back home. Honestly, I hope you can wait until he gets his next reward, if possible.
Luna, have you lost your mind? What you're thinking?
Huh.
Up until now, nothing has asked for any money as we put your flight tickets on the same credit card as everyone else's. But from tomorrow, we will go everywhere to visit and shop. Dining, shopping, sightseeing, and souvenirs. You will have to pay for all of that yourself. So why did you come here with no money? I don't understand how you can purposely travel for 3 days and not bring any money. And if you have credit card access, that means you can pay our trip back. Ever heard of a cash advance? So don't give me any excuses.
But, Linda, I thought you would pay me everything while I was here.
What?
I don't have money to pay for this trip, so what should I do?
If that's the case, you shouldn't be on the trip in the first place.
The plane ticket has already been purchased, so I cannot return. Plus, that would be too embarrassing. I will pay you later. Speaking of money, I need you to give me some pocket money tomorrow morning. Otherwise, I won't be able to enjoy this trip. Oh, and make sure you give me $1. I'll convert it myself if I need to.
Luna, can't you hear what I say? You are too selfish.
Listen, I'm walking on the beach right now. Let's not talk about this now.
Why are you just telling me that now?
You should not waste the evening in your room. Walking on the beach at sunset is so romantic. I wonder what if I would meet someone special. Talk to you later.
Luna?
The next day.
Luna, where are you? We're all downstairs waiting for you. You're still sleeping, aren't you?
Oh, sorry. I forgot to tell you that I won't be joining you guys today. Have fun without me.
What?
You handsome guy I met at the airport who speaks English? I met him again when I was walking along the beach last night. That's Destiny.
What did you do?
You won't believe it, but he's in the same hotel as us. I will spend the day with him, so enjoy the tour without me.
What are you talking about?
He told me he would pay everything for me today.
Spending the day with him is much more fun than spending the day with you guys.
Luna, what's wrong with you? You are married and you have a daughter. What are you thinking when you spend the day with another man? Just because you're in another country doesn't mean you can cheat on your husband. I'm going to your room now. I will put an end to this.
You can try, but I'm not in my room. I spent the night with him in his room.
What?
He's holding me in his arms right now.
Luna!
I don't want you to bother us, so I won't tell you his room number.
I can't believe you can do that.
Don't act like it's a big deal. Look, I'll see you guys tomorrow before we go to the airport. Everything's gonna be all right. Enjoy the trip. I will stay in the arms of the handsome guy until then.
Whatever. I do not care anymore. I won't text you anymore. We will do everything according to plan. If you do not show up at the locations at the specified time, we will treat you as a no-show. And if you're not there, that means you're alone. I won't take care of you anymore.
That sounds great. You should have done it in the first place. Goodbye.
Return date.
Hi, Linda. I'm in the hotel lobby. Where's everybody? I came early once.
Luna?
I need to return the key to you so you can check out for me. Otherwise, they will expect me to pay the bill.
Paying for your room?
Why are you surprised? I told you I have no money. With this hotel, you pay when you check out, right? That's why they keep your driver's license when you sign up, right? You can't get it back until you pay them, right? So you have to pay me. You promised to pay me everything while we were in Costa Rica, remember?
No, I didn't say that. And anyway, we're home.
Huh.
You said you would be traveling alone, so we asked the hotel to pay for your room separately from the rest. It seems natural since you are actually no longer a member of our group.
What? Wait, did you return home?
We got off the plane and went home.
What? What? How can it happen? The schedule says we'll meet in the hotel lobby at 5 o'clock. I arrived early.
Yes, 5 Checkout time at a hotel is not afternoon. If you stay at the hotel, they will probably charge you for an extra day.
Huh?
Let's take a closer look at the schedule I gave you. It said we would take our flight home early in the morning because it was much cheaper. I guess you didn't read it, did you?
What? What? If that's the case, you must have noticed that I wasn't there when you arrived at the meeting point in the morning. Why didn't you text me or come to my room to wake me up?
I already told you why. I said I won't text you anymore. And I told you that if you don't show up at the locations at the specified times, we will treat you as if you weren't with us. We assume you're already with your new man, and he'll pay your hotel bill and help you get home. Don't try to blame me for your current situation.
But, Linda, you know I have no money on me.
I recommend pulling out your credit card.
I asked your husband about it. He says he doesn't want you to carry cash in case it gets lost or stolen. But he said you have a credit card. Pay for your room and fare with your credit card.
About that, I didn't tell my husband, but I used up my credit card to buy new clothes and accessories for this trip. I have no way to pay for anything.
Well, that's not my problem. If you need help, call your husband.
Ah!
I can't believe you think you can travel to Costa Rica and not pay a dime.
Linda, please. I will pay you as soon as I can get back home.
I've heard that before. I am no longer related to you. Like I said before, if you want to help, try asking your husband.
Oh my God.
Oh, talk about your husband. He comes to the airport to pick you up when we land.
What? What?
Looks like he can read schedules much better than you. Anyway, he seemed pretty angry that you weren't there with us. And when he asked us why you weren't there, we told him exactly why.
What's the reason?
That you are too busy in the arms of a handsome man instead of sticking to our schedule. I told him everything you told me. I also showed him the message you sent me.
What did you do? Why? Why would you do that to me?
After that, then Luna came home 3 days later than expected. I suppose the first thing she did was come over to my house and start berating me. But not so. It's completely opposite. When she finally returned home, she was scolded by many people. Because her credit card has expired and their bank account is empty, her husband is unable to help her in this situation. Finally, she called her parents and asked them to give her some money to pay the bills and go home. Things might not have been so bad if Luna's husband hadn't called them and told them she was in Costa Rica with another man. angry that they had to bail her out of her situation, and upset that she cheated on her husband and daughter. Her parents never spoke to her again after that. After some time, Luna and her husband got divorced and custody of the children went to her husband. Her husband had suspected her of being unfaithful over the past few years. In the end, Luna received absolutely nothing in the divorce, and on top of that still had to pay child support for her husband. She had to move to a small, shabby apartment and get a job cleaning public restrooms just to make ends meet. It's been a while since anyone around here has seen or heard from her. But if you've ever seen a woman crying while cleaning a public restroom, it's probably Luna.
Hey, Layla! What the hell is my stuff doing in your room? My bag, my jewelry, God only knows what else is in here.
What are you talking about?
I was looking all over the place for my bag and I just went into your room because there was literally nowhere else left to look. And lo and behold, there it was all the way behind your dresser.
Hold up. What bag? I don't know anything about any bag.
So then tell me why all my missing stuff just happened to be all in your room. I don't remember lending you any of this stuff.
I'm telling you I have no idea. Can you just hold on until I get home? It's kind of hard for me to say anything until I at least see what you're talking about.
Oh, give me a break. This dress with the flowers is mine too.
What? Okay, stop right there. You mean the dress with the light blue flowers?
Yes.
That's my dress. Gray gave that to me.
Excuse me? You mean Gray, my ex-boyfriend? Gray, the guy that you stole from me?
No, me and my boyfriend, Gray.
Gray originally bought this dress for me. You stole this dress from me when you stole him.
Are you out of your mind? I didn't steal my own dress from you, and I definitely didn't steal my boyfriend from you.
Now I'm going to take back everything that's mine.
There's nothing to take back. I didn't do anything.
Mom and Dad are really pissed too, you know? Dad says we can't live with a thief in the house, even if they are family.
Oh, you little brat. So that's your plan, is it?
I have no idea what you mean. I just want you to really think about what you've done, stealing from your own sister. If you can't even admit what you've done, why shouldn't we treat you like some common criminal? After all, what is a thief if not a criminal? You can come home to pack up all your stuff. But after that you gots to go.
So no one is on my side here? Typical.
Of course not. I'm the favorite. Everyone is on my side. Besides, why would anyone want to live with someone who's gonna steal their stuff? Go live by yourself and steal your own stuff.
Hey, are you free?
Hey, what's up?
So, I've just been kicked out of my house.
What? What happened?
Ruby accused me of stealing her stuff. She said that I stole you from her too. And she even said that the dress you gave me for my birthday was originally for her, so I stole that too.
Wait, what? She said you stole me? But I've always been your boyfriend. I never even met Ruby before I started coming over to your house to hang out with you. And of course I bought that dress for you.
Yes. But no one is listening to me. My parents just believe whatever Ruby says as always.
Ah, so that's how your family is? Well, to tell you the truth, there was a time when your sister actually asked me to leave you for her.
Man, I'm not even surprised at this point.
I told her no, of course. But I wonder if that's what sparked this. I'm really sorry if that's the case. I didn't really think she would do something this extreme.
It's not your fault. No normal person could have guessed that. But I had a feeling this was gonna happen sooner or later. I never expected it to be as crazy as getting framed for stealing my own dress, sure.
But she's told me before she's going to get me disowned. Honestly, it's almost a relief that it's finally happened.
Oh, no kidding!
Anyway, I guess I'm going to get a motel for the time being and then start looking for a place to live.
Wait! Layla! How come you haven't asked me for any help?
What do you mean?
Why don't you come live with me?
What?
I've been thinking about it for a while, but I couldn't say anything before. I know you have all those good memories with your grandpa, and that maybe makes it hard for you to think about leaving home. But, and sorry if this sounds bad, but I guess this is kind of like my big chance. I told myself that I would definitely ask you if this kind of thing ever happened. So, what do you think? Will you move in with me? And not just that. If everything goes the way I hope it will, I'm hoping that we can get married someday.
Oh, Gray. I don't know what to say.
And I know that you're not a big fan of my current place since it's on such a high floor. So actually, I've been getting periodic updates about potential places that might suit you. I figured that way we could find a place quickly if the chance ever came. So, what do you think?
I'd love to. Thank you, Jerry. I can't even tell you how much I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, thank God! I was so nervous. I have been waiting forever to ask you. In that case, I'll get to work right away. There's actually a place that I've had my eye on. I'll see if I can make an appointment for us to go look at it. And let me know if you have anywhere particular in mind, and I'll schedule a visit there as well.
Okay, thanks.
All right, let's do this.
Are you still here? Will you hurry up and finish moving already? I've just finished packing, so I'll be out soon. Oh, are you really almost finished? I was just giving you a hard time about taking too long. You're no fun. It's not like I really have all that much stuff to begin with. I just have to put it all in the car and take off. I don't really care about the details as long as you're gone. I'm thinking maybe I'll turn your old room into my new closet. Oh, yes. Anyway, I don't need any of the furniture in there anymore, so do whatever you want with it. Yes! That's what I was gonna do anyway. You must be feeling so bad right now. Unloved, thrown out of the house by your own family. Poor baby. I think it's actually going to be a step up, actually. Oh, yes! Layla! You don't have to act so tough. Anyways, I guess it's a fitting end for a criminal. And by the way, you're out of the family. You might want to think of a new last name. Hey, Layla! Where did Gray go? What? Who is this? Ruby? We're not family anymore, remember? This isn't the time for that. It looks like Gray moved out of his apartment. What the heck is the meaning of this? Don't tell me you went to his apartment. Why shouldn't I go to my own boyfriend's apartment? Yes. About that. He told me about how he rejected your, advances. No, see. If Gray is dating the oldest daughter and you're kicked out of the family for being a thief, that makes me the oldest daughter. Ipso facto, he's dating me. Ipso facto? I don't think that's how relationships work. Whatever. Where is he anyway? We're living together in a new place. Huh. Yes. The lease was almost up on his old place. And he knew that I'm not so great with heights, so he suggested that we find a place a little better suited to me. What the heck? He's still with you even though he knows that you're a criminal? Oh, that's right. He told me you messaged him the very next day after I moved out to tell him I'm a thief. So what if I did? After he read it, Ray told me that he is fully aware of the situation.
Yes. Because I told him about the situation. That doesn't mean that he believes I'm a criminal or that he's your new ipso facto boyfriend or whatever.
What? But I told him about how you stole my stuff.
You mean that thing you told him about taking back the necklace that I supposedly stole? The picture you sent?
Yes, so?
We ordered that necklace special. It has our names engraved on it, dummy.
What?
They're in really small cursive, so it's a little hard to tell if you don't know how to look for it, but my name is definitely on there. My name. Not yours.
Are you freaking kidding me?
So all your picture really did was prove that you're the real thief here. Not that he needs any proof. Even without that, of course he believes me.
I don't believe you.
So about that necklace and that dress. I want you to leave them both with Aunt Bree.
No!
Come on, it's not like you can go around wearing a necklace that has my name engraved on it. And the dress won't even fit you. I'm 2 sizes smaller than you. Hey! You don't have to say that.
Layla! Hey! How much do you make per month?
Are you serious? It's been 3 months since you messaged me last, and this is what you have to say?
It's the house! Did you know Mom and Dad don't own the house? They're just renting.
Yes. That's been the case for like 2 years now.
What?
Wait, you didn't know?
What is going on? It's Grandpa's house. Dad has lived here his whole life.
Yes, and Grandpa died 2 years ago. And in his will, he left the house to Aunt Bree.
So that makes Aunt Bree what? Our landlady?
It would appear so.
But why? Dad is the oldest? Doesn't the oldest usually get the house?
I mean, no one has really told me all the details or anything. But I guess Dad got into some debt or something when he was younger. Grandpa ended up paying the debt for him on the understanding that it would be coming out of his inheritance.
Really?
It looks like that ended up materializing as Aunt Bree getting the house in the end. But it wasn't really good for anyone to have us move out after living there all that time. So Dad worked out an agreement with her to rent the house.
Okay, whatever, about that rent. How much do you make a month?
What's it to you?
Dad can't afford the rent all by himself.
I'm pretty sure that Aunt Bree made a pretty reasonable rental agreement though.
Really? $2,000 per month?
In that location and with that amount of space? I think the house would go for at least $3,500. We were getting it for a bargain.
Well, we can't pay. Mom and Dad are losing their minds.
I guess that makes sense. I was covering like half of the rent up until now.
You were?
But since I moved out, it stands to reason Dad has to cover all of it by himself. Although whatever else you can say about Dad, you can't really say he makes a lot of money.
Hey, it's not funny. Since when doesn't he make a lot of money?
You know his company went out of business 3 years ago? He took a pretty massive pay cut when he joined his new company. Like $15,000 a year.
It was that bad?
That's why I was helping out with the rent.
So wait. Seriously. How much money do you actually make?
Well, I guess about twice as much as Dad right now.
For real? Well, then you have to keep helping us with the house.
Why would I do that?
Because your family is in trouble. It's your job to help us.
Is that right? Who wants it to call me a thief and chase me out of the house again? And didn't you say something about how I was no longer considered part of the family?
Forget about all that, okay? We're like 3 months behind on the rent right now. If we don't pay it all by next month, we literally have to leave. If you help us out, I'll forgive you and we'll let you move back into the house, okay? So please hurry up and just pay this off for us. Oh, and one more thing. Mom and Dad told me to tell you that they'd like you to take over the entire rent from here on out.
Let me just think about that for a second. Pass.
What? Why? I told you that we'd let you move back in, didn't I?
Yes, the thing is, I don't need you guys to let me do anything. I didn't do anything wrong in the first place.
You stole Gray. But as I said, I'm willing to overlook that.
How about this? Why don't you tell Mom and Dad the complete and unabridged truth about what happened? Admit to them about how you lied about me being a thief so that you could have me thrown out of the house.
Why don't we just call it water under the bridge?
You know what? Forget it. Even if you tell them, I don't really feel like coming back anyway.
Why not?
Gray and I are getting married.
What?
I seem to remember you telling me to get a new last name. Anyway, we're making our own family and our own home.
But, hold on. Okay, fine. Whatever. You can still give us the money, can't you? It's just $4,000 per month. That's nothing for you, right?
Wow. That's interesting to hear from someone who doesn't even work.
Hey, don't bring me into this.
How about Mom? She doesn't work either, does she?
You know she doesn't.
That's probably the first thing that you guys should figure out. You guys should be embarrassed about jumping straight to charity when you could be working.
How can you say that?
Because this is not the time to cuddle you or sugarcoat things. You have to hear this straight up. I have absolutely no intention of helping you even one bit.
How can you sleep at night?
With my fiancé. I am clueless about what my parents had in mind regarding the rent when they decided to evict me from the house. Still, the next day, my angry mom messaged me, reiterating that the rent was my responsibility as usual and urging me to pay it quickly. Frustrated and wanting to avoid further confrontation, I decided to change my phone number and cut off all contact. As a result of withdrawing my financial support, my parents and sister were left completely incapable of affording the house. Consequently, they had no choice but to relocate to a more affordable place that better suited their financial situation. I see. Despite the change in their living situation, it appears that their refusal to work remained unchanged. Under the immense pressure of supporting 3 adults alone, my dad broke down, served my mom with divorce papers, and left. As for my mom and sister, certain relatives, unable to ignore the situation, scolded both of them until they eventually found jobs that could secure them housing. Knowing their tendencies, it's likely just a matter of time until they slack off again, get fired, and find themselves back in the cold, unforgiving night.